5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, I'm Messina.
I'm Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And this is TTV, episode... I think it's 48. I think.
Oh, we're good.
Oh my god, all this time and you still don't know the episode number.
Actually, the other week it was fine, but he's back on track for forgetting it again.
48? No, 49.
49.
Come
Oh,
on,
man.
the episode before 50, and you forget the episode number.
Next week, we gotta do something big next week. You know, it's 50 episodes.
Yay! 50 episodes! Yay!
We should have every single member that's ever been on TTV here. You know, like
That
our
sounds
fan
good. Yep.
favorites. Tom and
Yeah,
Mir,
and hope we
Speedorz,
don't
Anna.
Eaten.
Eden?
And for Twinkies, Var. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So anyway.
What?
No, remember? I'll explain later.
Yes.
No, go ahead, explain now. Go ahead, I want to hear this. Please.
One of our
Okay.
old hosts who was like, ate.
What? What? What am I hearing? I don't know what you're saying anymore.
It was.
You don't understand the word you're
one of
saying.
our former hosts.
LJ, go to bed.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Yeah, okay. How's life and such, everybody?
It's getting marginally better because school's wrapping up and ending, and, you know, that's always a good thing, but, man, if I don't pass my Calculus 2 test,
Keep us updated on the status of that. Next week, talk
You're
about...
stereotypically inclined to do well.
Yes.
I wish I like automatically applied.
So, I have a status update to report from the
Yeah.
battle in last episode between LJ and Kahi and their comics. The result
yeah.
of that conflict is absolutely no one cares, and no one commented either way on either of your series.
You know what, guys? I'm disappointed in you all. I'm disappointed that you didn't vote for me.
I'm
I'm disappointed that you still think you have fans. I would vote for you.
It's like, anyway. This didn't actually happen like the preceding week, but it happened the week prior. But we didn't do an episode that week because holidays. So Ninjago, the TV series, season finale. Only LJ and I here even care about Ninjago. But we've watched every
Right.
episode. LJ, how did you like the finale, Rise of the Spinjitzu Master?
He's finally unlocking his true potential. He is the Spinjitzu Master. I am the Spinjitzu Master. That sums it up. But I thought
I
it was
am the Spinjitzu Master.
I thought it was an
That
absolutely
name.
fantastic finale. I've never.
I
The only time
feel
I've ever.
insulted. I feel insulted as a person by that Spinjitzu. Like,
Yeah, Spinjitzu.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I thought the finale was fantastic. I've never seen Lego put this much effort into ending one of its series, except for Bionicle. But I think this was actually, the effort put in this was more than what was put in Bionicle.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I
Ninjago
liked
stars.
Bionicle. I liked Bionicle overall better than Ninjago, but I like Ninjago's finale better than Bionicle's.
The
Ninjago
I-
stars.
Had a finale?
Have a finale.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
Bionicle had a finale? When did that happen? I must have stopped.
Yeah.
The end of the series.
Yes, in.
But
There was
yeah,
an end?
Comic 7.
Yeah, no, here. Let me summarize things. So spoilers ahead. In the episode, the Green Ninja, aka Lloyd Garmadon, son of Lord Garmadon or Garmatron, which is actually not Garmatron or Garmadon. You know, forget it. Bottom line is the tank.
Yes,
So-
tank.
Yeah, Garmadon gets taken over by this Overlord Dark
Yes,
Evil
the
thing.
Overlord.
Becomes a dragon
Dark
for
evil
no
thing.
apparent reason. And then him and Lloyd fight, and almost all the ninjas except for Lloyd get turned into bad guys because of some stupid turret which is getting in their way every step they take.
Yes, a machine gun turret.
Yeah,
Effect
and
turret
then
position.
Lloyd fights the dragon, and instead of staying green, becomes gold for no
Here,
apparent
here.
reason.
I'm just gonna post that, and the reason that I post that is because you guys skip to 16 minutes and watch for maybe the next minute, and you'll see what we're talking about. The reason I posted that video is because LJ, the person we watched the episodes on YouTube, all his videos got deleted.
Wait,
What?
skip what? Skip the what?
16 minutes and watch for 1 minute exactly, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Alright.
That's it. That's all you gotta do, and you should be able to get the gist of
Whoa, a giant dragon!
all I
Did
got
this
is-
say it was named Cloverfield?
Overlord.
Cloverfield.
Overlord roars.
Cloverfield roars.
Well, the dragon looks cool.
Overlord.
They gave a Lego minifigure claws, by the way. I've never seen something like that in Lego show.
Yep.
But
Oh, look, it's the green person. That's well, yeah, I guess
You have to
either
watch this for
person-
1 minute exactly. Probably not exactly, actually, maybe a little bit more. But you just have to see the part where he goes, I am the Spinjitzu Master.
Wow.
Just watch till he turns gold.
I like how he turns gold like it's like Dragon Ball Z or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
Super
when I saw
Saiyan
that.
Spinjitzu!
Lloyd Garmadon, Super Saiyan.
I am the ultimate Spinjitzu 5!
The what's it? The music in this last installment is very good. Like I'm hearing it off like a crappy recording off a TV, and it still sounds really good. So I can just imagine what it actually sounds like, you know, when in the actual episode.
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
Your static's back.
It was a kind of a attraction. This mic has issues.
I can tell.
You're gonna
Next,
get a new one?
yeah, next week when my paycheck comes in, I'm getting a new one.
Okay.
Any better?
Will you have it in time for our 50th episode?
No, my paycheck comes in Thursday of next week, unfortunately enough.
Darn.
And by the time I order it, yeah, I could ask my parents for a loan, and that would really be nice to have, you know, an actual studio mic for the 50th episode.
That may be what you need to do.
Yep. Well,
But yes, anyway, Ninjago's finale. It may seem kind of dumb, but trust me, if you watch this show and you understand what's going on, it's actually very nice.
I guess I might try to catch up on, you know, the series now it's ended, you know.
I would highly
See.
recommend it. It has been
See.
called the only true successor to Bionicle. Hero Factory pales in comparison, etc.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Hero Factory's TV specials are notorious for being.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Yeah.
Are they?
It's like the best one was Ordeal of Fire, but then, well, no, that's not true. The best one was probably either Breakout or Savage Planet. But I remember when we watched Ordeal of Fire, we were like, "Whoa, this is great! This is awesome! This is so much better!" And then we watched it again, and we were like, "Oh, wow, this is actually pretty."
That's sort of my reaction to, ironically, The Dark Knight.
Well,
Like, there's no way is Hero Factory and The Dark Knight even compatible. But, look, basically, when I first saw it, I thought, man, this is amazing. This is like the best thing ever of all time. And then I watched, like, I took like a 3-month break, came back and watched it, and I'm like, wow, it's actually kind of slow. And
Yeah, it's all about the Dark Knight. I like that movie a lot, but the Joker's really the only reason I like it.
yeah.
yeah, I meant to say this before, but did anybody get anything on Black Friday?
I got Dishonored.
I got
Yeah, we got
$40
that too.
worth of Microsoft points for $20.
I got food. Yeah, like Dishonored is still like $6 right now, and I got it for like $20.
Yeah, it was cheap on Black Friday. A friend of mine got it for the Xbox, and I'm going to be buying it from him in a bit. But
Yeah. How about that there Need for Speed Most Wanted, Kai?
okay, man,
It looks good.
I was really hyped for this game because I really liked the original Need for Speed Most Wanted. That's one of my favorite games to play on the PS2. So I was like, I was really hyped for it when they announced, oh, we're remaking it for 2012. Criterion's doing it. It's gonna be, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have all this stuff. It's okay. It's a good Burnout game. It's not a Need for Speed game, and that's that's what really kind of burned me out on it. I bought it.
Watching trailers, it seemed like a Burnout Paradise.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's some big things for it that just really detracts from me, I guess. First off, cop chases are kind of hilariously easy, and if they do catch you, you don't receive any detriment whatsoever. You just kind of respawn. So it's not really like a big deal for the cop to catch you as it used to be, because sometimes you lose your car, sometimes you have to pay a giant fee, in the original Most Wanted. Another thing is customizing your car. It's basically non-existent because of you can't even choose the color of your car. Every time you drive to a gas station, it'll repair your car and it'll give it a new color. You can choose from 2 or 3 different bodies, and that's it. The original one had this kind of you can put decals and customize spoilers and different things like that. It's kind of small, but it it really helps make that car feel like your own type of speed racer thing. It's just kind of gone here. I mean that's basically it. That's what I really. It's a Burnout Paradise 2 game. I mean that's what it is. The Need for Speed is not really all just there. There's just some other things I just didn't really like about it. So I returned it. I already had Burnout Paradise. I didn't really see the need to get another one. The map is actually. It felt a lot smaller than Burnout Paradise. It didn't have as much variety. Anyhow.
That's disappointing.
It is very disappointing. I was hoping it would be really good. And now Criterion says they're going to develop all Need for Speed games from here on out. Don't get me wrong, I like the racing games, but I want both Burnout and Need for Speed for different things. And if Need for Speed is going to become Burnout, yeah.
That's just bad news.
Indeed. So one of the games I was really hyped for this year just didn't happen.
Well, darn. Don't worry, Kai. Halo 4. And nothing
Yeah,
else.
On that note, I was kind of surprised there's no deals for Halo 4 or Black Ops 2.
There was on Amazon.
Which is like $10.
There was a deal on
Yeah,
Amazon.
Walmart.com, like $10 cheaper.
There was a deal on Amazon at one point. It was buy Halo 4 for $60, get a $20 gift card. But yeah.
That's pretty good.
I didn't see that. Actually, I guess I got it anyways. I was actually kind of looking for a Black Ops 2 because I don't have any Call of Duty games, and it seemed to be...
Don't get... Well, get...
Because all my other friends are buying it, and I was like, yeah, I guess you should buy one. It's pretty entertaining, but it's... The yearly release... Yearly releases are just kind of... Anyhow.
Yes. Yeah. So, I guess that about wraps it up.
Yeah. Well, except for one thing. How's everybody's issues of getting that specialization code going?
Well, the Halo 4 specialization code has arrived for LJ and Var, and it has not arrived for you and I, or Mange.
I think we should probably, in case you have Halo 4 and you don't know this, the specialization code actually goes to the email that you used to sign up with Xbox Live. So...
Yeah.
I find it very strange that you haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking a sweet time.
Yeah. It's like, how does that... The deal with Halo 4 is that I was ranking up and I got to SR70 under the assumption that I was going to get specializations on the 20th of November, like we had been led to believe. But then come to find out it's actually the 30th of November, and now I'm stuck at max rank, not being able to rank up and do anything. So it's kind of an unfortunate scenario. And that's my issue with Halo 4, the ranking goes by way too quick. Let's be honest, when I do get the code, I will be max rank by December.
The whole, needing a code to rank up thing, just really stupid in my opinion. I don't understand why they implemented a system that just did it automatically through the Xbox, so having to be necessary to go to your email just to get things. I think it's really stupid. And the fact that they didn't really give a very clear date on it either was very annoying.
I guess it's not exactly alike, but that'd be Bungie during Reach having to give out a code so you could get past Lieutenant Colonel. Sort of thing I'm getting out of this.
Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah. May as well move on to our first segment. The good old news. In the news this week, we have get some Chronicler's coffee. JARVIS throwing a little hot rod red. 2 more Chima sets revealed. And Greg Farshtey answers fan questions, part 2. And that's the news for this week.
There's literally no part of that news that I care about besides the Greg Crest questions.
Yep, I know. It's like we have 2 member spotlights, 2 Chima sets, and then part 2 of Greg Farshtey answering fan questions. So week of the number 2.
Well, let's save the Greg questions for last.
Yes, it's good. Let's start up first. These member spotlights. The coffee thing. I found this very interesting. Painted using coffee. This was fascinating to me.
Okay, I've got to see this.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
I'll post it.
Oh, okay.
I'll
no,
also
I
put
see
it up on
I
the
see it.
screen. This was made by A Crunch Bite Nuva, I believe. Yeah, Crunch Bite Nuva.
Our loyal fan.
Yes.
How's B&G going? No, I'm kidding.
And I found this really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know if this is made like in a cup of coffee or something, or
I think he just used ground up coffee beans soaked in water and he painted it with them.
Huh. Well, it looks like an Agori to me in the picture.
it's Certivus.
Agori Chronicler.
It's
Well-
it's Certivus
Who?
Well,
Oh.
or Certavis or however you guys pronounce it.
I always said Sertavis.
I say Cartavus.
Wow.
You know what? It's that guy who died.
Any pronunciations for this name?
But yeah,
You
I
know
found
what?
that quite cool. There's sadly really not much else to say about member spotlights, so we'll move on to the next one. Jarvis. Even though it's not actually called that, but that was a neat title they did there. It's called the Dvoshka Starfighter. MH91 Dvoshka Starfighter, to be exact. And it was made by Lego Man, and used a balance of
Squiggly line, like
Bionicle, yes, squiggly line, Lego Man, squiggly line. And it used a mix of Bionicle Hero Factory and system to create a really neat design. I love what he did with the Hero Factory armor plates to get that angular look, and then the Rockshi heads. And then my favorite parts usage here is the Hero Factory 1.0 leg armor, because I never see that used in anything. And it just looks nice.
Meh.
those raw jaw hands.
Yes. Obviously you're not impressed, Ultra. What are your thoughts?
It's red.
Yes, it is. Good job.
And
I'm glad you have eyes.
it's brick E. I don't know. It's a spaceship. I've seen spaceships before in Lego and Hero Factory.
What LJ parts use?
It's cool. I don't know. It's
Good job. That's all you had to say. Okay, anyway, moving on.
Wow.
okay.
Kai,
Good job, dude. It's so amazing.
Kai, what do you think?
Well, to be completely honest, first off, how's this mic working out? Any
Much
good?
better.
Alright, where are we now?
A little faint,
right.
but the quality is better, so I don't care. I can amplify.
I can be
barely hear him.
Oh. Well.
So that's a good thing, LJ?
I'm
Nah, I'm
out.
just kidding.
I hear him just fine.
I don't hear him nearly at all.
just strange because you have sensitive hearing.
Selective hearing now.
Wow, just wow.
Selective you out of my mind.
Any better,
Thank
you.
LJ?
Yes?
Is it any better?
Oh,
Yes.
that's a lot better. Thank you. Alright.
Okay.
That's all
Alright,
we're
alright,
talking
so,
about. This member
Okay.
spotlight, the MH91 Dvoshka.
alright. MH91 Wolfska.
LJ's
Well.
not amused that I'm getting you and Var's opinions. What do you think, Var, while Kai looks at it?
It looks cool. From the side, it doesn't look as impressive as it does from like the very first picture.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But it looks very well constructed. It looks Japanese. It looks like it could change into a giant robot and kill people. So that's a plus. I like the fact that it has wings.
Come on, man.
It looks like it
You'll
could.
never know what you'll need it for.
It looks like it could fit a minifigure in the visor area. Probably not, but I'm just going to assume it can.
Something about it just looks wrong.
There's not a lot to say about it. It's just a spaceship. It looks cool. I mean, it's built. Oh, it's well designed.
Folks, It's people like this, LJ and VAR. They are why we don't no longer do the MOC spotlight.
No. The
You
fact
want me
that
to say, oh, this mock here is such great composition. I love the use of texture and all the red.
there's literally not much that we can say. I mean, the reason we don't do the MOC spotlight isn't because we don't have an opinion on things. Because we don't have someone who cares about MOC.
I mean, I like it. Like, it looks cool.
I like all the texture, all the red. Forgot the gold and the black and the blue and the yellow. Wait, why is there yellow? What?
I was hearing that too, and I was like, yeah, I guess there's not really any gold pieces that are that, so it's fine.
Why is there yellow?
Because he wanted to put yellow. Screw off, Mesa.
He has too many colors. My opinion just sank dramatically.
Oh no, 5 colors.
Are you kidding me? They're so sparing that somehow it ruined it for you.
Let's analyze back.
Alright, they're so sparing and it somehow ruined it for you.
If you analyze the back design, you can see the ingenious use of Technic and Rockshi feet to create an angular appearance, the likes of which I have never seen before.
One thing I've noticed that in that picture on the front page of BZ Power, the little like preview image, from far away it looks like a head that goes to like some red beast or something, and it's got like blue teeth, and it's like looking up, and it's got really pointy ears. And
let me see this.
It also could be a butterfly.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, I can't, I don't know why I see this, I can't get it out of my mind. Every time I look at this, it's what it looks like a guy taking a dump while standing up. That's
How?
From that preview image?
Yeah. I have no idea how. I have no idea how.
I can't see it at all.
How do you get that from this?
I don't see that.
know.
Maybe.
Maybe
Does he have red skin?
I think it's like the thing of the blue thing protruding from what looks to me. I don't know. I don't know why. That's
I don't know.
what
Maybe I do.
I think of.
Did you have
when I look at the first thing I looked at, and I was like, yeah. It took me a while to get. I mean, it looks nice.
Look past your vision. Give us your opinion on this.
It looks like it's just like, you know, it's a ship. I guess it's cool, but it's nothing noteworthy.
What about
I told you to look past it. No, I'm just kidding.
what about the parts usage? That masterful part.
You know, that's.
You guys
I don't know.
should take a look at the color variations. They're very, very prominent.
So anyway, I'm sorry, Lego Man. These guys are mocking your mock, but I'm just trying to give you
It.
The mock.
I said I liked it. What do you want from me?
We don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah,
I-
pretty much.
like
Spaceship.
it's just.
I mean, it's cool. I like it. Cool. It's neat.
It's a spaceship. I'm gonna swish it around the room dramatically so that I make myself feel better.
I probably couldn't build it. I mean, it's cool. I like it, but
VAR. I expected more from the person that won the C contest, whatever the heck it was. Your mock is in a TV show. You're revered by many. You're like you're the mockist. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't say the Marcus.
I got lucky.
Yeah,
I made a robot that I spent maybe an hour on and posted a picture, and it wasn't even a good picture.
You are the mockist.
But you never got paid for it. That's kind of bogus.
Oh,
dude.
I'm back to this topic now. Okay.
Yes,
Anyway.
We are. Anyhow.
Whenever we mention me and mocking, it just goes straight back to, you never got paid. Oh, you made $500. You got ripped off. Screw off! I know I got ripped off! Don't tell me this!
Let's
Hey,
move
Var,
on.
you didn't get ripped off?
No, it's impossible.
Can we move on to something else now?
We'll move on to something
Okay.
obviously better.
Move on to how much we think he got ripped off.
You're a man walking.
Let's move on to something obviously far superior to more Legends of Chima sets revealed.
I give up.
Because that was another thing I forgot to mention. In the Ninjago finale, they showed a trailer for the Chima TV series, and it's official, it is Chima and not Chima, which makes sense because the plot of the series is them, like, trying to gather chi.
Why can't it be Chima?
So they're gathering chi. Do they bring it back to the Ma?
Yes.
That right there, that set is called the Eagle's Castle.
They collect their chi with buckets of Ma.
Does that look like a
Collected
castle?
for
And then they decorate their castles with this Ma.
Does that look like a castle to you guys?
Nah, it looks more like a bucket to me.
It looks like a...
totem. Looks like a totem.
It looks like a
Windmill.
bird. A windmill? Yeah, it looks like a windmill.
Girls Windmill.
Why does this lion have two different colored eyes?
I don't know. Wait, well, you're right. What the heck?
It doesn't have two colored eyes. It's just like the lighting from the Chima orb
That's
thingy. That's
Chi. From the
space.
Chi.
Like,
That's
not unless you was chi.
Speaking of Chi, second set is Razor's Chi Raider.
Can anyone explain? Wait, is this set called Speedorz?
no, Speedorz is like the spinjitzu of Chima. Speedorz.
There we go.
Speedorz.
You know what?
Call upon the power of Speedorz! I will defeat you!
Speedorz is the art of riding their motorcycles around and hacking and
Motorcycles?
Okay, Var, I want you to direct your attention to the bottom left and bottom right corners of that Eagle Castle picture, and you can see the characters driving. Like, yes, they are.
Guys,
I'll take your word.
I just want to interject and say that when you say Speedorz, you know what I think of?
Your little brother Speeder.
No, this. A door.
Yes.
Speedorz. Who comes
Wow.
up with these names?
You are a
brother's-
freaking comedic
The door to
genius.
your brother's room?
The thing is, Speedorz, Spinjitzu at least sounded cool.
No, it didn't. It was racially
Well,
insulting.
okay, what?
Speedorz
well,
sounds
sounded,
like
it
kind of
sounded better
drugs.
than Speedorz. Think about this.
Yeah, every time I hear Speedorz, I think of drugs, so...
Yeah.
That's
exactly what I
Want to
Okay,
hit up
Chima.
some Speedorz?
That comes to my next analogy.
It's like, takes a hit of Speedorz, everything's spinning.
They were all in Speedorz when I came up with the name.
No, this is my next analogy. Whenever the Spinjitzu commercials showed, like, the spinners, they'd have a group of teens sitting around, like, in some sort of dark alleyway or something. Ninja go! And they're, like, screaming out loud. I can't think of a group of... Okay, this is gonna be an older audience, so, like, 40-year-old guys in a dark alleyway going, Speedorz go! Or something like that.
No, it would
Honestly,
just be
whenever-
kids
when
in
you-
a dark alley, taking drugs and riding motorcycles. That seems normal.
Like it was taking a whole new image going on here.
Yes.
But honestly, whenever you were describing that, LJ, I just couldn't help but think of, like, I don't know if anyone has seen this before, but if you ever watched, like, the old Ninja Turtles cartoons, they had this, like, they have a few episodes where before they start the episode, they'll have, like, one of the Ninja Turtles go to a high school or something, and this kid being offered, like, weed or something. I don't know what it's just rolled up paper, like, it's nothing. But it's like, nah, dude, I'm too cool for that, or something like that. And then the Ninja Turtle's like, yeah, Billy, that's the way to go! No drugs! And then it starts the episode. That's just what I'm thinking.
You know,
Now-
you should have been
now
here
he's
when we talked about the
anti-drugs.
Teenage Mutant. You should have been here when we talked about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lego sets. I bet you could have shed some insight into them while we were just baffled.
Now, what I'm thinking now is some deranged picture of, like, the Chima guys all sitting around some, like, table with needles in their arms and stuff, looking all ruffled and stuff. Shooting up Speedorz.
Well,
Oh, man.
Chima. We will Doors down your throat.
Let's get back on track. What do you think of Razor's Chi Raider?
It looked like a big flying duck.
It's called a cheat raider?
Yeah. It raids Chi.
Oh my god.
It raids Chi. Wow.
I give up on everything. You know, if you look at the top of that box, it looks like the Raider's, like, face or whatever. Like, it's like a bird face thing at the top.
Yes.
It looks like his eyeball is being ripped out.
And his eye force is being sucked out.
Yeah, there's something.
I thought, to me, it looked like his eye was trying to snort up all the smoke that was coming up. From that Chima
Stored
blood.
up the Speedorz.
Eye rips out, and it forms the dot in the eye for Chima. Look, just imagine your eye. That is in that eye. Oh my god, it's clever! See what they did? See what they did there? They had the eye become the eye.
Yes.
Bravo, let's go.
That's wonderful, dude.
In the meantime, I can just see the white eagle at the bottom looking up and going, "It's Raider."
Let us compare Razor's Chi Raider, the Raven's vehicle, to Ares' Eagle Jet, the Eagle vehicle.
Those
Which I just posted.
They seem to have stolen Thor's helmet and painted it black.
And no, you're right.
Actually,
And they use
would not surprise me.
they use their helmets to fly.
Oh my,
Yes,
they actually do.
Ares' Eagle Jet, and then Razor's Chi Raider. They're the opposing vehicles. I think they're meant to fight each other. Which one do you think is better?
They are attached to their heads. I thought they were attached to their backs. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Wait, no, whoa, the wings?
Yes.
Yes.
The wings, well, what it is, it's a separate piece. It's like, obviously it's a separate piece. It's like the capes. It fits on directly beneath the head and the torso.
Okay. Alright.
Oh.
Oh. I thought it was part of the helmet.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was.
That giant bird mech thing would look so much better if it didn't have the stupid square legs.
I know.
We were
Yeah.
just talking about that. Yeah.
Honestly,
that last
between
episode.
these two, I think that the better one of these is Secret Option 3, the Axelara T9.
That's one secret option. Anyway,
I wish
yes,
Blake
Legends of Chima.
Okay.
Like Gallagher wishes he had that option. Anyhow.
Yeah. Legends of Chima continues to get weirder and weirder with every passing time we look at it. I feel
they
they need
so
to-
much better
It really does.
because on the Chi Raider, it looks like a raven sort of at the top of the box, but then when you look at the actual set, it looks like this giant oversized duck.
Oh my god! This next set, what is going on here?
No. I just posted that. This is stuff we've looked at prior, but I just had to show you before we moved on. This is a Speedorz set. It's called the
What the
Speedorz
hell?
Summit Tournament.
I have various things I could say about the set, but none of them are appropriate for TTV.
Pick one that is.
It looks stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know why? I don't know, what is going on? It's like they're like, okay, we need another set, so let's take these Lego bricks and these Lego bricks, let's throw them all together and see what we get.
This is what's going on here. I can break this down for you, okay? There are the two motorcycles. Crocodile Man on one side, Lion Man on the other. They have each their own ripcord to launch their motorcycles. All those blue orbs at the bottom, that's Chi, and they have to gather it to win.
That
It does look like, funny, does look a lot like the Power Miners crystals to me.
Yes. They each have their weaponry on the left side. Next, we have the lion face archway. Which
Oh.
drive through.
Okay. I thought it was supposed to be like a robot or something. I was like, how does that even work?
It's an archway they have to drive through. Then we have couple random pieces of fire, random leaf, and then we have the grand prize, more chi in a cup. Wins gets that chi, even though it looks like they have more chi already.
Oh man, I can't believe they're going back to doing, like Rotuka spinner like speeding things.
Beyblades, no. I'm just-
Yeah, that's what I thought. Beyblades.
A kid in the background, but still, it's like ninja. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Ninjago have a sort of thing you just sort of push down and it spun automatically, or how did that work exactly?
Yeah. The spinning, you obviously had to apply some pressure to a spinning top, but they did kind of have a mechanism which helped it go along without too much pressure.
Yeah, I guess this one might be. I know the Rotuka spinners were like just kind of a pain when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Hey, Chima, I love those things.
I have to get my hands on one of these Speedorz motorcycles eventually, just like I got my hands on one Ninjago spinner. So I can actually give an opinion on this stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's Chima. I'll keep you posted. If anything else transpires.
Yep.
Alright. So next up we have the most interesting bit of news. What everyone wants to get to. Greg Farshtey answers fan questions.
Finally.
Now, LJ, you read out each one and then we'll discuss it a little bit, just like before.
Alright. So, here we go. We actually got two things today. One, Greg Farshtey answers the questions times 2, and we have a new elemental Matoran prefix. This time for lightning. The prefix for lightning is vo, as in volts, by the way, not Riki, as JARVIS jokes. Preferred region, places with a lot of power, generator, power plants, etc. So, Matoran of lightning, mechanically, are called vo Matoran. So, there you have it. Now, Greg's questions. Starting off with the great beings. Where are the great beings? Greg says they are on the planet. That is all I can tell you right now. Not in a place you have seen. On Spirus Magna? Yes.
Okay. And that is really, for me, I read that, the first thing I thought of was, well, what a bad start. Let's be honest. The great beings disappear from the planet of Spirus Magna after the shattering. And yet they didn't really disappear. They just said, well, we're gonna trick everyone into thinking we've left by going and hiding somewhere that no one will ever find us, even though by hiding on the same planet we are actually placing ourselves at risk to be found by any random wanderer that comes along. And I actually have to wonder which part did they hide on? Bara Magna, Bota Magna, or Aqua Magna?
I'm gonna assume it's Bota Magna.
I would have to assume as well.
I don't really know enough about it to assume anything.
They set up, and one of the actual things that they kind of had going forward in the nautical story was the possibility of a hunt for the great beings. And while that could still happen, it would be at a much smaller scale than previously assumed. For me, this was like taking down, undercutting one of the things which people had been looking forward to. For, I guess, there's the reason of they don't want to have them going from planet to planet, because that would involve having to come up with like new names, people, the residents of the planet, or whatever, and that's a lot of work. But it just seems like the easy way out by saying, oh, they weren't really gone at all, they just moved next door. Anyway.
That door was pretty far away.
Yeah, pretty far away door. I can do it.
So, moving on, Red Star stuff. More of it. Was Gardas resuscitated by the Red Star, or did he originally end up there some other way? And Greg said, I would think he would have had to have been resuscitated there.
Well,
Yep, that's pretty obvious. How did Matoran Universe and Evidence react to dead corpses' disparitions? Was that what was their interpretation of it? They were becoming one with the Great Spirit. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Is that what happened to Jala and Matt Nui then? Yep. Basically what...
finally have an explanation.
Yeah, basically what Tekuta did was what the Red Star is supposed to do. So that's interesting.
Mask of Light. One moment from the Mask of Light that was terribly corny has not been explained.
I didn't find it corny.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that corny.
I thought it was super corny.
I didn't think it was corny at all.
Anyway, is that what... Oh, wait, okay. Is it reasonable to assume that the Maternal Universe inhabitants' pattern is stored in a buffer in a Great Spirit robot which allowed for Jala's resuscitation? Since these beings were created within the Great Spirit, yes, there would be a record of their creation which is shared with the RS. So, Kahi, I believe we had a discussion about that a while back, and you mentioned that. So, if that was the case, you got that.
I think so, yeah.
So,
They wouldn't remember.
some beings require masks to function. When they die, their bodies are teleported to the Red Star. Are they given masks in the Red Star? Yep. Do you remember what Kopaka saw in the Red Star that freaked him out? Now, this confuses me, kind of, because I don't remember this happening, but maybe people will. Greg says, I don't remember off the top of my head. You're a writer. You should write this stuff down.
What?
That is fun.
He doesn't have that right now.
This one thing, I can give him a pass on, but it's what comes up 2 questions down, coupled with this, that I have an issue with.
Yeah.
So, okay, go ahead.
That's exactly what I was saying. This one, I don't mind, what Kopaka saw.
I'll be honest,
He can
I
easily
don't
pick
remember this ever even happening. So.
Yeah,
So-
same. So,
Yeah. So,
anyhow.
do the revived MU residents in the Red Star have any memories of their previous life, aka what they did before they died? Yes. That's the short of it. You can read the longer answer.
Yes, they
But
do.
it's just, yes. Yeah, but it's traumatic. How was the Red Star's teleportation broken? I don't have
This is the big one. This is the big one. Everyone wanted to know this. This
Okay.
is the reason.
All right, yeah.
Okay. And
I don't have specifics on that.
You don't have specifics on that. Is he just like, well, I'm waiting for my contact in the Maternal Universe to get back on me. I'm not quite sure right now. Once he does, I'll know exactly how the Red Star is broken. You freaking write the story. Okay, this is like the big thing. You're like, yes, this is the huge revelation that I just sprung upon you guys and introduced this machina, and I didn't even think about it the whole way through. In fact, I'll prove it to you. Yeah, sorry. Well, I'll prove it to you because I didn't even think about how it was broken. Like, that's how far ahead he thought of this. He didn't even think of like, oh, I wonder how the thing that got broken and keeping everybody there, the big plot point, why everybody isn't coming back. I wonder how that got broken. Nah, I'll make that up as I go along. Just like I did this.
There's no reason.
That's it for the Red Star. Let's move on to the other. Right.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
I would also like to say though, if I can, before that, the question before that is basically yes, it is an extended answer, but he also says that bringing back to life is generally very traumatic, and it gets a while to get the thoughts unscrambled.
Yeah, I said that.
That didn't happen at all to Jollar.
Well, Jala's a cool guy, so that's probably why. So,
He didn't go through that same process exactly.
Yeah.
it is true,
Anyways.
but still. Anyway, other now. It was this is a question Kahi asked. It was mentioned that all Alphamatoran have an ability that they can access if they are connected with a Toa. Never mentioned what Takua had. But we've seen Takua Takanuva use holograms before. Was this his ability, or was he never assigned one? Keep in mind, guys, holograms are mentioned. We don't know anyone else who can do a holographic projection. Greg's answer? He was never assigned one.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
You got handed your answer on a silver platter here, and he wasn't assigned one? Anyway. BD Power staff member Spirit had asked last time who or what the voice was that told Moro to put on the Ignika. I don't understand why there was a lot of confusion about this, but Greg pretty much said it. He says, my feeling at the moment was that it was the Ignika itself, and that's what I thought the whole time, so I don't understand the confusion. It's the mask, we knew it could talk.
Because masks don't talk, LJ.
The Ignika
That
can.
one does.
No.
Yes, Yes.
No.
Yes.
it can't.
Shame on the Mask of Life, of all masks, to be able to talk. Man.
It can't talk. Masks don't talk.
It's done it more than once.
No, it hasn't.
So,
What about the Kanohi mask
Actually-
speaking?
Wasn't there like a giant plot point in 2008 about how the mask had to learn how to talk?
yeah, but it didn't specific. Yeah, that is true. But it had a limited vocabulary. It might have been programmed to say, "Put on the mask, you dummy."
I guess like it just seems. All right, the beginning of 2008 starts with the Mask of Life, which is to me a very interesting character, and I wish they had used him to the Madanui for 2009.
Yeah, me too.
But anyhow, so because like he's he's completely new and he's trying to figure out everything. Anyhow, there's a point where like he starts off and he remembers how Motoro like heroically gave himself up, and he's like he's interested in this concept of like sacrifice and heroism, and like all these things that are coming to him. When he is the voice that tells Motoro to be on the mask, it's implied that he already knows about all of that. It implies that he already knows Motoro will do all of these, that he has a concept of those feelings before. That eradicates everything that he went through at the beginning of 2008.
No. It's not that. Of course, Motoro was gonna put on the mask. That's kind of what he had to do. I mean, otherwise, the mask would not have let him touch it without being cursed. It was how Motoro dealt with putting on the mask. That is what got the Mask of Life so dumbstruck, because the previous user was, scared and didn't want to do it, etc., etc. Motoro didn't care. So, it was how he dealt.
I'll give you that. I can give you that. It just seems, I don't know.
It's not a matter.
To be honest, I always did thought it was the Mask of Life before, so it doesn't make too much of a difference, but it would have been a much better revelation had it...
The word
something else.
I'd say that was a revelation.
Yeah, but Attackus, the Agori Attackus' weapons were said to be alien to Spears Magna. Are the blades Attackus wielded related in any way to the Kistora? No. Last time they talked, Greg had mentioned that TSO, the Shadowed One, is building a new army of rogues. Is he calling this new organization the Dark Hunters still? No.
No.
And the final one,
No.
are Liwa, Helrix, and all of the others in the Great Beans Fortress going to have to learn Agori language for themselves? Or will they automatically understand it like everyone else? Despite the fact that Greg Farshtey already made it so that everyone can understand each other, because Matt Nui made it so that they can understand each other. Greg's answer: there's two ways to approach this. You make them have to learn it, or you make it so that they have to learn it as soon as they leave the fortress.
Not make it so they have to learn it, make it that they learn it.
That too. Basically, you do whatever works best for the story. For example, you could make them go on a quest to learn the language. That could give a chance to explore more of the planet. Sort of what is the bionicle equivalent of Rosetta Stone.
Yes, go on a quest, learn a language, so we can see more of a planet. Why don't you just go like sightseeing?
And learn
And
the language
so-
while you're at it.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, first off, I would like to point out that Rosetta Stone is primarily and only for writing, not speaking.
Is it really?
So
I didn't.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Exactly. I didn't think so when I used it.
wait a minute. Oh, you're talking about the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not the
I thought he
actual
was referring
stone.
to like the actual legit stone.
No.
Like, but no, I mean like I think Greg is referring to that stone because I don't think they're gonna go off and gonna find a software, go on a quest to find some software that takes 3 months
Oh, maybe.
and so many matching things. I thought he was actually talking about like an actual stone that'd be like, oh, this is Matoran, this is this is how you code in Matoran basically, or whatever.
They have to go into the chamber that they went into in TLR with all the writings, and they have to match the pictures with the saying.
Yeah, that's some pictures of the thing. Man, that's mini games, my rear. There was only one game, and it was the freaking matching game.
So.
Chin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's everything.
Well, I said this about the last one. Say about this one. First off, I'm kind of tired of Greg answering some questions like he doesn't write the story, and he's actually, discovering it himself as he goes along. That just kind of bugs me. I wish he would be, upfront and like, I didn't really think of that, or, oh, I just forgot, because I have better things to do in my life, and I got a frickin' divorce, you a-holes.
Oh, he got a divorce?
Yeah.
He got you didn't hear about that. He got a divorce. Yeah, divorce.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Did he not just have his kid?
Yeah.
September 2010.
Yeah.
Dang. That sucks.
Indeed.
It does.
That
Yeah.
sucks so much.
So,
Ironically
I
enough,
guess it
how
happened.
much it sucks?
ironically enough, that's the same person who he named Kina after.
Whoa.
That's
So, yeah, isn't that great? The one person we have a bionicle representation of, and it's, yep. So anyhow, yeah, that happened. And, apparently it happened during when BZ Power was down. That's why Greg just hasn't bothered coming back, because he had to deal with the divorce, and at the end he was just like, you know what? I've got other stuff to do. I can't, Lego's not paying me to write it anymore.
Yeah. That explains why.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
Unfortunate.
anyway.
that pretty much wraps it up for the news.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, let's progress on to a special thing. Something we rarely get to do, to the point where it's such an old idea, such an old segment, it's been so long since we last did it, we have no theme music, so that's just fantastic, isn't it? You've got mail. Or the TTV Mailbag. Or whatever we called it. Something. Because we
Quick,
actually
everyone,
have questions.
improv theme.
Yep. We have, diddle mailbag. Anyway. Yeah.
You just got
Well,
led. No, I'm just kidding.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Boom!
So anyway, yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, 90s kids. That's who we are.
You received the letter, LJ. You read it.
All right. Let's let me get the letter here. No, that doesn't sound like a letter. I don't have my piece of paper with me. So anyway, I got a PM from BB Power member Lord of Ice, who's actually a longtime fan of ours, and he wanted to ask us some questions. Keynote, little side note, he's also a fan of Red vs. Blue. So, questions are, what are your favorite moments in Bionicle? The top 10 favorites and your top least favorites.
Well, first of all, I'm not giving him 10 favorites. That'd take too long. I'll give you 3 favorites. How about that? 3 favorite.
It is mean, man. So come on now.
That'll take a while.
My third favorite moment in Bionicle history would probably have to be... Okay, well, I'm not even gonna try.
Struggling to think this up.
My favorite moment was 2006. The events in that year. The race down, they're up the 777 steps. That was a cool one. The Toa canisters on the beach. It's iconic, but it doesn't ring true with me like some people. Biocraft Chronicles. That's a cool Bionicle moment. And then my third favorite is the giant robot battle. That's it.
Oh my god.
To recap, Messenak's favorite Bionicle moments.
Oh,
all of 2006, Biocraft Chronicles, Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Wow.
Alright. Var, what about... wait, and what are your 3 least favorites? This is gonna be good.
Oh,
quick,
my 3 least favorites. All of 2001, all of 2004, all of 2005.
And so this is why
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you just butchered everything I love about Bionicle right there.
I know.
I have no words here
dude.
for you, Meso. I have no words. What
Okay,
about you?
This is like
be
the
fair,
king of unpopular opinions.
To be fair, I was joking about 2001, not so much about the other 2 years, but 2001.
Okay.
My least favorite
keep-
would have to be the delay on our movie, Biocraft Chronicles.
Okay, come on!
I think that's a pretty bad Bionicle moment. So,
Alright, so, in that case, Bar, top 3 favorites, top 3 least favorites.
I guess 2006. Favorite. 2001 is a favorite.
any specific moments you can think of?
Well, 2006, I really liked the fact that they were trying to tease that the Anika had their website with like the silhouettes of all the Anika, and it was like, wait for this time period or something, and they'll all be revealed. And then I could just change my computer's time, and then I was able to skip everything and see them.
Can I amend something? Oh, wait, first off, that's a good one. Can I amend my list of favorites real quick and replace them?
I'm talking!
Right? No, I'm cutting in.
I know you're cutting it. I don't.
Later.
My third favorite Bionicle moment is Free the Band.
Wow.
Enjoy the band. I like the commercial for Move Along quite a lot. I like seeing Matanui rise up, destroy everything I love, and then it turned out to be it's just McCoon.
Okay, yeah, that's
That was a great moment in Bionicle history.
really good.
Yeah, I think that was more than 3.
I'm gonna add a fourth moment. Yo-yo.
No way!
Oh my goodness.
That's cheap, Meso.
Yo-yo.
You had your time.
You had time, Jerk. You had more than your time. You had all the time in the world.
Yeah, well, as I'm listening to you guys talk, my real answers are becoming clearer to me.
Well, I don't care how clear your answers are. I'm talking here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, my least favorite. Oh, shut up, Connie. I'm talking here. My least favorite moment in Bionicle. Barris Magna, Barris Magna, Barris Magna,
What's Barris Magna? Nothing.
or whatever it is.
Bara Magnum. More.
There we go. See,
Barris
that
Magna.
tells you how much I dislike it because I didn't even know the name of it. Didn't bother to care to know the name of it because it just didn't appeal to me at all. I hate the entire 2009 to 2010 line. Everything about it.
Old.
Dislike everything. So messy. You want to use up your time now, jerk? You were like talking about my thing, and now it's silent, and you're not saying anything.
You have any fits, Meso?
Want to go and your shit?
Yeah, I think so.
How about a 6? No?
Alright,
Nothing?
in that case, what about you, Kahi? What's your 3 most and least favorites?
Okay, so let's see. My third one would actually be, even though I didn't really like this year all too much, it wasn't a bad year, it wasn't my favorite year, but it was mostly seeing the Toa Mari animation. When they first came out and they're in that Toa terrain color, and they just go out and scene starts swimming around them, they start shooting off guns all in a circle. That was the first year I really got into the Bionicle franchise as a whole, and that was the first thing I saw. I didn't see the whole Baraki creeping in my soul thing. That was the first thing I saw, and I really liked that.
That is number 2 on my list. Continue.
When my soul was getting out of control, got my mind.
Okay,
Alright, so number 2. Okay, so that song is so catchy. Number 2 would probably be, again, with animations, all the animations from the later part of 2008. Like, how they showed little clips about, every 2-3 weeks or so. And then it ended, of course, with Madanui, coming out. Along with that, even though it wasn't shown in the animations, I really wish it was, the stars in the sky sort of swirling around to become a mask of shadows.
Yep.
Hold on.
I will be completely honest, and I'm gonna take this pause in Kahi's conversation. I'm gonna give my 3 serious
Oh
favorites.
my god. No, go away. You had your time. Time.
No, don't worry, I'll be quick. I was not lying when I said my favorite moment was the year of 2006. I just really loved that year, everything about it. My second favorite moment would have to be, I'm gonna actually agree with Kahi, the Toamari animation. The way that was handled was masterfully done. And I actually really liked the animations a lot because it visualized the characters, had them doing, things paired with catchy music. The later animations of Bionicle I quite enjoyed quite a lot. And I would actually have to agree with him. The later part of 2008 leading up to the Makuta revelation, both in animation form and in story form, I really enjoyed.
I really wish they could have had one final animation with, like all of these characters going in and the stars turning into the Kraken. That would have made it so much better. But anyway, I digress. And my number one favorite moment is, and this is a pretty unpopular opinion, Minogue 2. Just all Minogue 2. Specifically because...
yeah.
I love the Minogue.
Because,
2.
Minogue 2 is very, very, memorable to me now that I think about it. So, I agree with you.
Minogue 1 was memorable too, but I guess because of the constraints, it sort of followed a serialized format. I had to go from point A to point B, and it was like a normal adventure game, point and click, that sort of thing. I guess it was also an adventure game for Minogue 2, but it just had so much more stuff you could do. You had all these stats you could, do all these mini games you had to complete to build up your stats. You had an economy system. You had to go, mine flax and make nets and stuff and sell them to different people. It was just, because of it focusing so much on the torrent, I really felt that Bionicle was a world, an actual world that you could feel a part of, or you could feel existed. It wasn't just sort of like a playground that the Toa went to just do stuff, basically every other island since Madanui. I think that's the reason a lot of people like Madanui, and why I think it's my favorite island. It's because we really felt like people lived there. There's a civilization going on there. There are people doing stuff there. People had lives there. The stakes were higher, whenever something attacked them at Torrent, because you got to basically live as one of them and be everybody has their own system here. Everybody, they have a job, they have these relationship troubles, they have all this stuff. I'm ranting.
Yes, which is why I'm saying yes repeatedly. Come on, continue. We gotta get the show on the floor.
Oh, you just want to talk yourself, jerk.
Yes, I'll be quiet.
But yeah, I mean, that's my number one iconic memory. One I hate the most. Okay, number 3, Chuyet being revived. What was the deal with that?
Yeah,
that was
second.
That's crazy. That was
Let him talk, jerk.
Number 2.
Jerk J.
Number 2, the red star being heaven. For
that's pretty dumb.
That's pretty dumb. And of course, number 1, meteor to the back of the brain. That ending.
If you want my serious list, I agree with you at the end.
Oh,
you literally mirrored my opinion.
I agree with you so much right now.
Well, not exactly. I'd replace my most hated moment with, rather than the meteor to the back of the brain, my least favorite would be the butchery of all that could have been the 2009 story by bringing Madanui.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that was... basically, really simple fix for 2009, have Madanui come down with a god complex. He touches down with god complex, and he has to learn, to care about people that aren't him. That, in turn, it would just bring something to that character that's not perfectly like a Mary Sue. He's just oh yes, I'm the iconery of everything good.
Yeah.
In Bionic.
Yes.
I automatically know what to do. I have to go and save my people, because, you know, I'm 100% perfect, and I teach everybody else. You notice Montanui really doesn't learn anything. Like, he doesn't really learn how to fight from Akkar. If you watch The Legend Reborn, he just sort of swings his sword once, and like he starts off by saving Akkar, first of all, and then he trains with Akkar once, and Akkar's like, wow, you're super good. You know, you must be a master. I have nothing else to teach you. And then he's like, oh, and he teaches everybody to, and then finally the leaders, he finally defeats the big bad guy, and now the leaders of all the cities respect him, and they bring the body together at his bidding. It's a Mary Sue.
That's why I really enjoy the book version, because it goes a lot more in-depth into that.
Yeah.
I read the book version, it's still kind of Mary Sue.
But he says in the book and in the comic and the movie that he learned what it meant to have real friends. Or true friends. At least learn something out of that.
I love how, like, that's never really expounded on.
Anyway, yeah.
But anyhow, yeah. That's it. That's what I hate most about Bionicle.
Angel.
Alright, let's go to Envy. Yeah.
I don't know if I can really say what my favorite moments are. A lot of this is just like thinking about the past again. But yeah. I think a lot of the moments come from 2004. I'm thinking specifically Mystery of Metro Nui and Time Trap. Now, Time Trap I haven't read in a very long time, but Mystery, I've had that book like 5 times, and I still have it today. But I don't know, it's what set what in my opinion was one of the best stories of Bionicle in motion. And I guess another moment I liked was Toei Mika's sacrifice to make the robot like fully functional.
Yeah. About hatred.
Yes. And I don't know, I guess a lot of my least favorite moments come from the movies with their awful lines.
Yes.
Like
that's what friends do. For like unity! Shoots laser.
No, I mean like lines like, which village will he fight for?
That's
yeah, just those lines.
Butchery of all that is serious.
Yeah.
Corny.
Well, okay. I'll do it. Let's come. What about you?
Yes, I'm gonna go by this real quick because we still have more questions.
Nah, we'll get to them all. Let's go around.
Alright, so my 3 most favorites. Number 3, probably 2008. I really enjoyed 2008, and I love the final battle. Number 2, definitely 1. And there's not much I can say about that. And, my number 1 favorite is Lewo versus Nua fighting. That was just amazing. I remember watching that long ago, and that's always been my favorite part about Bionicle. My least favorite moments, my 3rd least favorite moment has to be the Paraka. I don't like the Paraka with the spines and the teeth. They did not impress me.
Gangs on the loose.
He just hates them because they're black. They're supposed to be black people.
Bully coming through, a trigger, tracer, drifter coming through. All the things that make Paraka move. Anyway.
Oh, Raka,
supposed to be like gang members.
Raka, hey yo, Popo Raka, let's go, Popo Raka.
Okay, if you said like who are the blackest people in Bionicle, the Paraka would like probably fit. That's my answer.
What do you say? What are you implying here?
I mean, like, come on, the rapping and the gang and the fights.
Let's cut this short.
They're the blackest.
Yes. So anyway, second least favorite part about Bionicle. Oh yeah, the Web of Shadows. I just did not like that movie. I just didn't.
Like Web of Shadows.
Really dark in comparison.
I like the darkness. I just thought it wasn't really well done.
Yeah, it's not very well done.
Let's be fair.
I thought it wasn't dark.
Movies were really as well done as they could.
I like
all the Bionicle movies except for The Legend Reborn.
I don't know. I liked all the Bionicle movies, period, but my least favorite is
I
easily...
hated all the Bionicle movies except for Legendary Ball.
I don't know. I think they're all okay, except
Yeah.
for Web Shadows.
And my absolute least favorite, Two Yet Survival. There's no question about it. Two Yet Survival just drives me bonkers. I did not like that.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
So,
Wow.
I could go more in depth, but there's a ton more, but that's just short and sweet enough.
We'll answer one more of these guys' questions, and then we'll save the rest, and we'll, do them next week for our 50th episode spectacular.
Alright. In that case...
I think I'm beginning to have an idea of what we could do for our 50th episode. I'll pitch it to you guys later.
there are a lot of really good questions here.
I don't have
and
a
Lord Advice,
Wait,
Look,
call it
Advice?
pulling a meso, but my least favorite part in Bionicle was definitely when the Toamata emerged from the canisters. That really ruined it for me, that Bionicle even existed. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, man.
So, there are a lot of really good questions here, and I don't know, I know I asked the wrong question, and Kagi's gonna talk for the rest of the day. So, I'm gonna ask probably the least controversial question and say, what was your favorite Bionicle movie? And if you could change one of the movies, how would you change it?
I go first, like last time.
No. Yeah,
No,
Oh,
hang
no.
on, Var.
No,
Var,
you're
let-
gonna change halfway through.
Hang on, let him get
So-
it out of his system. Alright, Messa, go.
Sigh.
Least favorite Bionicle movie, well, I'll be completely honest. It's been a while since I last watched Web of Shadows. It's been ever since we did our Web of Shadows coverage. It's been even longer since I saw The Legend Reborn. Legends of Metro I saw recently. And then Mask of Light, it's been like at least 5-6 years at this point. So the movies aren't exactly fresh in my mind to make an accurate, discussion on any of them. But if I had to pick my least favorite, it would pretty much have to be Mask of Light. Everything about that, the models, how they looked in that movie with the Toanuva and their masks and the Rakshi, the models compared to the other movies like Web of Shadows and Legends of Metronui just looked bad to me. Though I think that had more to do with the Toanuva than anything else, and the Rakshi not translating well to movie format. So right off the bat, from a visual standpoint, it fails. The plot, I think, was handled a lot better in the novelization and such, not movie bits. Because regarding the movie, I don't know, something about it. Obviously, there's the controversial Coley standpoint thing, but I'm not going to get into that because everyone talks about that. I don't know. Mask of Light just did not do it for me. I could go more in depth, but I think I need to watch the movie first. I don't want to say something wrong just because I haven't watched the movie in 5 years. And if there was one thing I could change about any of them, I actually would not mess with Mask of Light. I don't think that can be saved with one thing. So I'm going to say I'd probably improve the storyline for The Legend Reborn just a bit. And by just a bit, I mean just a lot. The end.
Okay. Alrighty then. Going along that same line, Var, least favorite, how would you change it? I mean, most favorite, and, well wait. What was your favorite Bionicle movie, and how would you change one of them?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, the question was, what's your favorite and not what's your least favorite, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Why didn't you stop me?
Just say your favorite. Say it.
Favorite's Legend Reborn.
Okay, so Var, what's your favorite Bionicle movie, and how would you change one of the movies? So Kahi, what's your favorite Bionicle movie, and how would you change one of them?
Let's see. My favorite Bionicle movie, I don't really have one. It's been a while since I've seen, Mesa. It's been over a year or two since I've seen any of them. They're all kind of equally bad in their own special way.
And the only one is nice answers.
No one gives concise answers. That's why we have our podcast. I think it'd have to probably be, I can't really think of that. I don't really have one. I just like them all for like basically the same reasons. I guess The Legend Reborn is like the least worst out of all of them because the animation it looks really nice. So I guess it might be The Legend Reborn, but it's very small marginally. In terms of what I'd change, that's kind of obvious. I just talked about it. Legend Reborn, make Madanui less of a Mary Sue, make the characters more interesting, make Barra Magna more interesting, make their battle between Madanui and Chima more interesting. Make it more interesting would probably be like the core of that. That's probably it.
Alrighty. Envy. Favorite Bionic movie and how would you change one of them?
I haven't watched any of them besides Legend of Reborn recently. I haven't seen Mask of Light since I owned it, and that was back in like 2004 or 2005, so I can't really comment on that, but I can say it's not my favorite movie. I'm probably going to have to say TLR is, but I know there's many a flaw with it, and that can be changed a lot. I mean, there could be more character depth. There wasn't anything to do with a tarot in it to kind of, emphasize how bad of a situation they were in. They were just going on like it was the same when Matsunui showed up. And they did not use Tuma at all until the very end. And so that just kind of really weakened the main bad guy of the story. And so I think they just need to add more character depth and maybe more non-Matsunui story to it.
This is kind of unrelated. But I would also like to point out that you said you had Mask of Light around 2004. The last time we saw Mask of Light was basically when Bush was still president, and Halo 2 had been just released.
So, 2004?
Just sort of think about that. Yeah?
So yeah, 2004. One more call for VAR.
You're there. Let's go forward.
What?
Oh, VAR. There you are. Hey, VAR. The last question for this segment. You and me.
The whole time. I guess my mic was just muted.
Oh, okay. Well, what is your favorite Bionicle movie, and if you could, how would you change one of the movies?
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you were interrupting me the whole time. Well, my favorite movie is The Legend of the Metronui, and my least favorite movie is The Legend Reborn, and I would change it by not making it at all.
What a change.
Make it about 2006 instead.
I'll agree. Cut it entirely.
Or maybe even 2008. 2008 would have been a great year for a movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on.
I think, and I promise I'm not going to talk more than 10 seconds. I think one of the reasons that I like The Legend of Reborn more than the other movies is because the other movies actually turned out to be serious movies, yet they had so much comical stuff in them that I just could not take them seriously.
The Avengers.
Who will he fight for?
The Avengers.
I approached the Legend Reborn with a different mindset, and I think it did what it was trying to do better. Anyway, go on. Yeah.
The Avengers.
That wasn't a joke.
Anyway, my favorite Bionic, Envy. Yeah, okay. My favorite Bionic movie was Legends of Metronui. And my least favorite, and the one I would change, is easily Web of Shadows. I would probably mimic it more like the book. Have more of Lacan's death influence Vakama's actions. Go more in-depth as to why Vakama became all sad and angry, and then sad, and then angry, and then green-eyed in the movie. And, try and make it more explainable, and not, he's just suddenly very angry because he's dumb.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And then I would never touch Mask of Light or Legends of Metronui, but definitely TLR. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good sir, thank you for sending in your questions. We will answer more of them next week on our 50th episode. Spectacular. I'm going to call it, I swear, spectacular.
Wow.
Anyway, I think we can squeeze it in the comic maker spotlight.
I wouldn't want. I say let's make put in the comic maker spotlight for 50th.
You guys don't.
Yeah.
You guys don't take more than usual, like 10 minutes to do it, though. Let's be honest.
Okay.
It's like
Let's
you
do
guys
the
try to have discussion, but there's really not much to talk about besides all doing
In
this
about
better.
2 hours, though.
Not
Let's
on the
go
actual
and
recording.
make the comic maker spotlight then. Hello and welcome to the Comic Maker Spotlight. Today we are going to be looking at actually a very rare series in 2 respects. 1, hand-drawn. 2, by a female author. You don't see that very often in comics form. Ironically enough, the only other hand-drawn author is female as well. Let's get right into it. This is NX09's Comics, quotation season 6. This series is made by NX09. Surprise. A little bit of background. NX09 has been here for around 7 years. In that time, it's gotten merely 604 posts, and her avatar is displayed by it's something. It's a hand-drawn character. It's, I think, an illustration of her, but the arms are made of jello. So anyway, get in here and we're going to look over the first and latest 2 comics. Right off the bat, it's hand-drawn. And as myself and a friend last night were talking about this series, noticed it was done by pen. Apparently, this is drawn via a pen, or maybe some illustrator.
Apparently, it was drawn by pen. Apparently, it was drawn via pen. Pen
It
guy.
was made somehow
one
without.
was
Done via pen. The latter parts look a bit more tablet.
Yeah, those are tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely tablet.
So, first comic. I thought this was made by Crayon.
Wow.
And it's
Oh, okay.
basically an introduction to the style and the author and the series. What do you guys have to say about the style?
Let's see. Very first comic. I don't like it. If I read this first comic, I would like. Yeah, I would not really.
It reminds me of Adventure Time.
Yes,
The author says she's a fan of.
that would be why. Both why the style is like that and why I don't like it.
Good.
Alright. I think it looks pretty good, in my opinion. It's well drawn.
It doesn't look terrible. I just don't like it.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright. Yeah, I honestly think that the style's okay. It could be a little bit more detailed in the arms, I think. Not make them jello.
I think that's fine. That goes with the style, in my opinion.
I don't know, it irks me because I don't like jello arms. I like arms with elbows. Make it look like you can punch someone.
They do have elbows. What are you talking about?
So anyway, but I
I
definitely think style-wise, it's not bad. And in the latest comic, it is extremely well done. Made a lot better.
Latest comic. Which comic number are we
4.
looking at? 4.
Are we looking at number 4?
We're looking at
Yeah,
1
I see.
and then 3, 4.
I see what they're
Okay.
doing there.
I mean, with number one, I have to, it looks a bit sketchy. Of course, she fixes this later on, but I like how I like the style and that it's very distinct. Like you can tell she, I guess, worked on this for a bit. It's a bit more iconic than other styles. Seeing something from her in this style would obviously be indicative of her own work.
Yes.
I do find it interesting. In the first comic, I don't know how many of you read it, but she does notice that she's a fan of Doctor Who, Sherlock, Homestuck, Adventure Time, Metallica, Firefly, Metallica, again, Team Fortress, Minecraft, and Tumblr. So, Tumblr.
In episode 9, will you go out with me?
Yeah.
I was about to say it was. I was about to say it was Kahi's perfect girl, but apparently Vars they do differently.
I mean, I'm not.
Call me baby.
I'd like to say I'm a fan of Tumblr, but
So
I'm just recently single. I need love.
You can tell.
It's showing.
Your singleness is showing. Okay.
people are gonna start posting their phone numbers in the comments. Var, call me.
Get your VAR today.
You can get this VAR for the price of 2.
Oh, I thought you meant the opposite. I thought you said people are going to post her number in the.
No,
in the...
it's theirs.
Yeah. Well, preferably if they're. Oh, never mind.
Anyway, so moving on, the story. It's random comedic series. So there's that.
To be honest, the main attraction from reading the first couple issues, or comics, I guess, is that they're so freaking big. Like, you have to scroll. Here's a keynote. If people have to scroll sideways, your comic is too large. If they have to scroll at any point just sideways, just a little bit, your comic is just too large. You can't.
Couple that
that is
illegible text. Some of the time.
Yes, that too.
That's why
okay,
I really...
to be fair, by comic 4, she's fixed all of that, but it's something to bring up. Just
yeah,
it's a general rule for people who are listening.
But yeah, I think that it's also a little bit pretentious. But in comic 4, it's a lot better. Which is why I'm just gonna skip to that.
Yes, comic 4. I love comic 4.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's actually kind of humorous. People get blown up by rockets. My biggest thing with this series, the thing that irks me the most, is actually how the characters are drawn. Not just the arms, but the fact that it looks like they are not wearing pants.
Not. No.
None of them. If you look back at the previous comics, it looks like that for everyone. Put on pants.
They aren't. No.
They're robots.
Yeah,
they don't wear pants.
Yeah, I don't see why they would be wearing
Okay,
pants.
I don't think I don't see any of your characters barely ever wear pants in your comic.
That's because they
Yeah,
don't
they
wear
all
any clothes at all.
Yeah, they seem to be wearing underpants are lightly shaded more than the rest of their body. No.
No, but look, it looks like they're supposed to be wearing some sort of clothing. It looks like they're supposed to be wearing like a shirt, but then they don't have any pants.
So anyway.
I don't know. It doesn't really look like that to me at all. It just sort of looks like. Anyhow, honestly, the big thing for me, especially from Comic 4 and beyond, I think it needs just a bit of color. I don't know how, I don't know where, but it just, the black and white thing, it's nice, but...
It doesn't even need that much color. Like, give it just one shade of color, and then that'll be fun for me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or even just do, outline several characters in a certain color.
Yeah, that
maybe. That could work, I don't know. It just needs just a bit of color to make it pop, and I think it works. Font, you might try switching to a more handwritten-esque font that isn't completely illegible.
because that would probably fit the style a bit more. Other than that,
She has comic 4. I know. It's like it could be a bit more
Yeah, I know.
interesting, but I can read it. So
I'm talking about comic 4 actually. It's just the handwritten font. That I mean, it looks kind of handwritten, but it's not completely illegible, and it
Yeah.
doesn't take as long to write.
Yeah.
Well then.
But yeah. So honestly, I think that this series is actually very unique. I like where it's going, and I'm definitely going to keep up with it. I'd only say, like Kahi suggested, definitely put the color in, and probably pants on characters.
No.
But
You didn't-
other than that,
They don't need pants. They don't. Okay.
that's mange. What do you think?
Okay, here we go. Well, the first comics are interesting because it's pretty clear that they're like paper sketches, and I don't know, the style definitely fits because it's just supposed to be simple sketches, and that shows through. And I don't know, in the third comic, it definitely references stuff like SBAHJ or Bionicle Adventures comics is by like zooming in with the low compression and with the whatchamacallit, Comic Sans. But then in the fourth one, you can definitely see the difference that it moved to being drawn on a computer, and it looks a bit better now, I guess, since the lines are very clear and straight and whatnot. And I don't know, when it comes to the story, it just seems very random, not incredibly appealing to me. And those are my thoughts.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was a very nice improvement from comic 1, and I actually do like the direction she's heading, and that's really all I have to say.
That you recognized comic 2 was a bit boring.
Yeah.
I think if this is only comic 4 and she's already evolved her style this much, she'll definitely reach, where she wants to be in that in a little bit. When was this first made? The 16th? Yeah. She'll definitely get bigger really quickly.
Yep.
Like it's just a bit of matter of time with the series, so that's good. It's good to have some people that are legitimately making progress in the form instead of, regressing back to everything we worked so hard to accomplish.
Yes, you guys and your accomplishments.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, really good series. Definitely improving all the time, and definitely something to look at. So, anyone else have any final words to say? Okay. In that case, go check out NX09's comics, link in the description, and the Comic Maker Spotlight.
My
Yes,
advice
please.
would go against the point of the comic.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, what an episode this has been. A nice precursor of sorts will hopefully be the 50th episode. Spectacular. So, thank you all for listening. It's been fun. Covered a wide variety of topics. I'm Messina.
And I'm Voteran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
And I'm tempted to make this.
This was TTV episode 49. Thank you for listening.